All right. So I hope everybody can see my screen, right? Okay, amazing. So let's get started. So tonight is actually majorly for hands-on practical. We already covered most of the theory. But of course, in a more in-depth course, you cover more than that. But at least we have a few basics that can actually help us to do something. Okay. So tonight is just like another bit of practical for us to just do some things with our hands. Even though we don't have the full graphs of the entire industry of UI UX or the understanding of everything, but at least you know the little knowledge that we have gathered from the past 3 days so that you know for us to do something. And that's the essence of this particular class, to show you that you can actually take what you've already got in the class and do much more than you think you can actually do. Okay, so that's the whole essence of the class. All right, so let me share my screen right now. Okay, good. So extra class for RTM. RTM is just repeat master. Okay, so hands-on text, and our major focus is design tools and resources. All right, so okay, extra class here. Now, so the tasks for today, we have a website hero section 1, then we have a landing page services section, then another website hero section, then how to use mobile. So you can see that we actually have a lot to do today. So, but I think I'll be making one of these things an assignment, and that will probably be the number 2, the landing page service section. That will be an assignment for everybody. But the other thing, we do them today. We have to be very fast. Okay. So please, if you are not getting resources, you learn that. Just make it work easier for you. Everything that you need for this particular class right now is in that file. Just download it, and it's not working. Just download it and you can follow through much more easily. Okay. So, and also at this point, if you have any question during the class, just drop it in the comments. I will check it instantly. I don't want to spend too much of, because when I start asking questions, I keep going back and forth. It take much time. So just drop the questions. I will attend to them. No matter what, whatever aspect is not clear to you, just drop the question in the comment section. Once it's time for questions, I will take the questions and then answer it appropriately. Hope that's clear for everybody. Hope that's clear, right? Okay, good. Thank you. So let's move into the first one. Yeah. So this is the first stuff we are designing today. So this is an hero section for website, and then we'll be redesign the same thing. So using the exact fonts they used, the exact color they used, the exact background, everything's inside the file. That's the section already. The exact background they use, the exact icons they use as well. Okay, and this is the credit. So if you want to check this particular website, you can actually type in this URL and you can check the website from your laptop or your phone. Okay, so this is what you're doing. Let's start with this particular one. So I already have it copied into my Figma. So this is the file. This is the second one. This is the first one we're working on right now. Okay. So if you don't have that, you can just drag it out. I'm sure everybody knows how to drag the file into their Figma by now, so they don't need to go over that again. Okay. So first off, let's create our frame now. Of course, you know how to create frame. Right. So to create a frame, of course, F on your keyboard, or just press the frame key at the top there. So the frame icon at the top, and you select on the preset. So for this particular one, we're using using desktop, and that would be a MacBook Air. Is that MacBook Air? No. Yeah, MacBook Pro. Sorry, MacBook Pro 14. So you see that right here. That's 1512 by 982. Let's click on that, and we have our size there. So this is the frame we're going to design it inside. I'm sure everybody knows what frame is at this point. I don't need to go back and again because of time. Okay, let me drag this one a second. This one first. Right. So this is what we're doing, right? And I think that's pretty much clear for everybody. Okay. Yeah. So first off, we have let's zoom in and see what we have here. So we have the logo here, we have the navigation bar at the top, we have a call to action button, more like let's call it a CT button. Then we have the header, the big header here, and then we have a couple of pictures, and then paragraph text, and then another call to button. Very simple structure. And then we have the background image. Okay, so I think it's pretty simple. So where should we start from? Let's start with this, bringing in this logo. Okay, let's start with the background. Okay, so I'll open my resources file right now. Right, so this is the resources file. Okay, so this is the background. You see it in your file, you downloaded it already. This is what the file looks like. Bringing that inside, very simple. Okay, so like this. I'm just aligning using this. Let me see if I can show that part so I don't confuse people at this point. So I'm just aligning. So right now, I just aligned with the icons at the top here. Align to horizontal centers and then vertical centers. So please, of course, if you have any questions, you can attend to it. I don't think anybody should have a different question at this point. You can familiarize ourselves with aligning stuff around our frame. Okay, so nothing complex, just something basic. Just bring in the background and then you can just scale it. Right, so that's basically what we're doing. Doesn't need to be perfect actually, just for you to just have the background. So right now we already have the background they used. Okay, I hope nobody's lost at this point. So right now, first we already created a frame, then we created background from the resources file. The next thing, let's bring in this logo. Let me see if that should be there. Yeah, this line logo, this is. So we're bringing that in. Bringing that into this place. Okay. So we have the logo. I think the default size of the SVG is okay. Just right now it's on 147 by 28. I think I'll just leave it at that size, the same size I imported it inside. If I need to increase it, I can increase it, but I'll just leave it at the same size of the inputs. Okay. Then what else do they have? Okay, the navigation bar. I have a couple of text here. We have open, project, pricing, about, blog. Now for the fonts used at the size, let me open a file, still from the file we're using. Right. So for the you can see that's why I should check this, you download the resources. So area section, you can see for the navigation bar links we have open source 1, 16 pixels. So that the font name is open source 1, and then the size for the text is 16 pixels. Okay, so let's do that. Oh god, I've not installed the font yet. Wow. But I have it actually, but I've not installed it yet. Let me quickly do that. Alright, so I'm back. So I've installed the font, but there's a problem with Figma. You have to close Figma and then open it again before you can reflect. That's the problem right now. So I think I'll just go with the default font, and you guys can use the actual font. So I don't want to close the file. Start again if you get it. I just use any font, but you guys can use the actual font. So your resources, you will see the actual font there. But for this case, I don't want to close that. Start again. I hope you get it. I already have the font installed. Okay, but probably when you have to start the next second, I'll close and then start again to make it easy for us. I'll just go with any font right. Okay, so let's have the navigation bar now. We have text, home, project, pricing, about.
Sorry, please. Please, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't know if you dropped the image that you're working with. I don't think we have
everything on the page. Check the link.
So where, please?
Check the group. Can I continue now?
Yes, please. You can continue. I'll check you. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. So as I was saying, so we have navigation bar. Okay. Home, project, pricing. So let's do that. I'll just use any font I can find right now. Okay. So text. That's T on your keyboard, right? And then we type home. Let's put it on 16, just to make it the same size as the 16. What's the next one? Home, project, pricing. Okay. So to duplicate, of course, you know how to duplicate right now. Control C and then Control V. Then you can drag it out. Okay. Project. Control Enter. Then Control C and Control V again. Drag it out. You have pricing. Control Enter. What else do we have there? About host and then blog. Okay, Control C and Control V again. Then we have about host. Control Enter. Then we have blog. Okay, so I think you have that already. You have that set right now. So next is the CTA. So before we align this, let's have CTA. So let's copy another text for the CTA. Drag this out. So type in contact us. Okay. Good. So now let's say one after the other. Okay, let me do the CTA first. I think that one's easy. So they have a button here, a rounded button. So let's do the same thing that they did. Okay. So for the contact us, make sure it's selected first, like this. Just select it like this. Right. Then right click on it. Okay. Select it first. So left click, then right click. You see something like this. Then click on frame selection. Okay. So remember, left click first on that particular text. Left click, then right click, then select frame selection. Frame selection. Click on that. It's be framed by itself. You see that it is changed at the side here. Let me Control Z now. Right now it's just a text. Right now it's contact us. You can see at the left hand side here. Once I press right click and then I change it to a frame, it changes to frame 1. Okay, those are the first frame in this particular design. So now I can change this to contact us button. So there's no mistake. Okay, so it's a frame right now. So now let's expand this frame. Okay, let's click on auto layout first. Auto layout. So after doing the frame, after doing the frame selection, come to auto layout. Just click Ctrl Z. See auto layout here at the right here. Auto layout. Then let's add some dimensions to it because I want this. Let me show you what I'm saying. So this space at the top is too small. And this space at the left and the right is too small. So that's what the things I'm doing right now. Okay. So the horizontal padding, that's actually called padding. So you have the horizontal padding. This is the one to the left to the right, and then the vertical padding is one for the top and the bottom. Okay, that's what they're trying to expand right now. So we want to do it what's it called, automatically instead of manually, like we usually do. So for the horizontal padding, let's give it about, let's say 20. Not too much. Okay, that's too much. Maybe about 14. Still too much. 10. Okay, I think 10 is okay. Then for the vertical padding, let's give it 10 also. Okay, let's see what I've done. Let's add a stroke to see what I've done. Okay, I think it's okay. Let's just round it up. Of course, everybody knows how to round the frame right now. Corner radius. We go to corner radius at the top. And then let's give it half of the size of the height. So right now the height is 39 for my own. I'll change the height. I'll change the corner radius to be half of that. That should be let's say 20. Yeah. So that's the rounded shape. Okay. So I think let's have a more horizontal padding. Let's just increase the manual. 16. I think 16 is okay. Enter. I think we have our button set right now. Okay. Yeah, looking more like it. Okay. So now the only thing left for us is the navigation links here. So let's just highlight everything. So just drag to your left key. Just drag this way over them. So everything will be highlighted. Sorry. Yeah. So everything will be highlighted this way. Okay. And then come to the top here. You see, still on the align. Let's call it panel now. Align panel. Alignment panel, you have more options at the top right. Click on that, and then we have distribute horizontal spacing. Click on that, then it distributes it by itself automatically. Let me go back that again. Ctrl Z. So at the top here, the alignment options panel, we see at the top right corner, we see more options. Click on that, then select distribute horizontal spacing. Click on that, and then automatically it's distributed. Okay, now we have this button as a frame. So let's frame this other guy so they can be a single what's it called now? A single frame. So it's easier for us to move around. Okay, so I'm just going to right click. The same thing we did for the other one. Right click and then click on frame selection. Hope that's clear. Frame selection. So it's a frame right now, remember? So let's rename it to NAF bar. That's navigation bar. Very simple. Click on enter. And I can align it. So you can see that the navigation bar is aligned to the center of the of the website. So I want to do the same thing for my own also. So let's have this aligned to the center. So click on center. Very simple. All that's clear. So we already have our logo, we have our navigation link, and then we have call to action. So the next thing is this big text here. All nobody's lost at this point.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Right. So now the next thing is the big text.
Yes,
here.
yes, we are together.
For that, you see this particular file, you see it on your resources file. Okay. So the size for that, you see header text. You have 100. So I'm still going to use the font I have. Well, of course, you can use the fonts they use actually, so it can look exactly like it looks like. As I did give this entire details. So I just use this. I will use the size, not the font name. Okay. So the size they use is 100. So let's do that for one. So same thing. Click on text and come to our frame. Click and then let's increase that from 60. I have 16 here. Let me increase that to 100. Click on enter, and then let me give it instead of regular. Let me make it semi-bold. Okay, good. So let me type now. Sorry, that should be the other way around. All right. So I have the text already. So you notice that there's a bit of difference. Apart from the fact that the font itself is different, but you see that in the spacing of the characters of the text, this one is tighter compared to this one. So how do you change that? Okay, so still on this text options panel, you usually have the name of the font, followed by the font style, followed by the font size. Then you see line spacing, line height. Line height. And that's the character letter spacing. So line height and letter spacing are together. So it's the letter spacing want to adjust. So right now it's on 0. To make it closer, we reduce it. To make it wider, we increase it. Okay, so that's so for you to increase the letter spacing, you increase the number. For you to reduce it, you decrease the number. So right now it's on 0, that means you can go below. So you can have -1, -2, -3. Oh, that's clear. Okay, so I'm clicking on that and then just pressing my down arrow on my keyboard. See, it keeps coming together. Very simple. Right? So I think -6 is okay for me. Okay. Very simple. I hope that's clear. So we already have, I think it's to be tight. So that should be okay. Yeah. So I think we already have that. Okay. The next thing we have this text below. This is a bit of bulky text. I want to get a copy of that text. We just copy demo text on my slide here. What text I can put? Okay. Right. So so the size for this this is it. Open source 18. So you use 16 before. I'm going to use 18 right now. Okay. So let's come back here. Let's have the text first. So go back to text, click, then paste your text. Remember to change the size though. It doesn't go out of place. This is my text. I need more text actually. Can I get text? Okay, look for some text. Right. I'm just going to adjust this. Okay, nothing crazy. Right. Okay. Yeah. I have my text right now. You can use any text actually, it doesn't matter. That's what some people post. Right. So I don't want some bold. You can see where is it? It's just body text, so it doesn't have to be bold. Okay, so that would be regular. Yes, regular. And then let's change the character spacing. You can see they are too close. So remember we changed it earlier. So let's put it on 0, the same way it was before. I think that's good. Then the line art is too tight compared to what they have. Let me zoom out. Compared to what they have, you can see the line art is wider compared to what we have. So let's increase that. So right now it's on auto. So just click on it and just press arrow key upward. Very simple. Okay, finish is okay. Control enter. Right. So you have our text now. So what's next thing they have? That's too close. They have these images. Okay. So on the resource file, you see these images. Right. So they need to create them from scratch. Okay. So let me open the resource file again. There is it. Okay, found it. So I have these 3 guys. Let's bring out them at the same time. Okay. Let's bring them together. So I'll just highlight all of them here. And then I'll click on right click. I can either click right click here or here. So what I want to do, let me just scroll down. So I want to frame all of them and then move the spacing together, make it much more closer. So you can have this same thing you have here. So you can have what you have here, the ways overlaying each other. That's what I'm planning to do. Okay. So once I highlight of them first, then I click. Sorry, what's that? Sorry. So I highlight each of them first, and then right click and select frame selection. Okay. Then come to auto layout. Right. So if I click on 0, you will just be close to each other. I want them to overlay each other. Once this spacing needs to be there. Okay, so let's just test it. So just press down key on my keyboard. I see they're coming closer. Okay. I think about minus 16. Let's minus 18. I think minus 18 is okay for what I have here. So minus 18 is okay, right? So let's name this. I'll put young men. So I can know the other one. Okay, so we have that. Now I can just drag them down as a single frame. Right now, my one is outside this frame. Let's bring it inside. Okay. Yeah, I think we're looking good right now. Right. I think we're done with that. What else do we need? Okay, we need this button. I think that's the list that left for us. We're almost done. Just this button. So the same way we did this one, let's create a frame first this time instead of text first. So create a frame, then we put the text inside. So let's create a frame. Okay, so frame. Remember F on the keyboard, frame. Route that out. It should be okay. What's the size? Let's 74 for height. Now, then let's give it a black field. That's 0, 0, 0. Enter. Let's give it corner radius 74 divided by 2. Okay. And actually, you can do your calculations inside Figma. You can just press something like 74 divided by 2, which will give you the answer by itself. You can see, very simple. Okay, so we already have the 14. Then let's have this icon. Okay, so the icon is actually part of the resources also. We need to download the new icon. Let's create another frame inside of this. Okay, I'm holding shift right now. So let's see. We have 74 for the height. Let's make the height for the bigger one about 80. Enter. This should be 40 then. Half of that should be 40. Yeah. Then the frame inside. Fill of white. The height is too small. Let me zoom in. Yeah. So I want it to be very close to the top and bottom, then to the right. So 6. Okay. So I have the height right now 68. Let's make the width also 68. Okay, good. So half of 68 divided by 2, that's 34. Let me move to the right. Okay, that's too good. Okay, I think I'm looking good. So I have the bigger one is the height is 80, the internal one is about 68. I think that looks okay to me. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Yeah. So let's add the text to it. Text, click, and then type. What do we have on the text? Book a free demo. Right. Book a free demo. Let's make that bold. Okay, add for now. So okay. Take a look. Let me check the size for that CTA button. Okay, it's 20, not 18. Okay, 20. Let's change that one to be 20 as well. So currently my one is on 18. I'll make it 20. 20. Right. I think I'm looking good. So let's add the icon. That's everything left. Okay, so inside my frame, the white frame now, let me zoom. Inside the white frame now, let me try again. The call icon. You can see call icon. The resource file. Very simple. Align. Then we are done. Very simple. Does anybody follow me up to this point? Anyone have the same thing as I have, right? If anybody have the same thing, the person goes to collect 5K right now. Anybody? Okay, nobody. I will keep my 5K. Thank you. 5K. 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 5 Any question at this point before moving to the next aspect? Hello guys, can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, boss.
Okay. So any question up to this point?
So I can't hear you.
Who is saying they can't hear me?
No.
Yeah, good. No worries.
Okay. So I was asking if there's any question before I move to the next one. You said? No question,
I
right?
hear you now. Don't worry.
So nobody has any question, we can move into the next one, right?
Sorry, but sir, I want to like an observation. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
Yeah, the spacing between redefine, through, and then digital. I think our own is more open than theirs. Or is it my height that is?
Yeah, you can
Or
adjust
is
that by
it?
yourself. As I said, I'm using the same thing. So of course, you not to
Okay.
hope you not to use line height. Okay. I think I made the illustration of that second aspect. So yes, you can do that. Okay, of course, it cannot be perfect as it is, but of course, that's the next one observation. Just come to you, I'm learning do something case. Okay. Right. So I have no questions. So let's move into the next one. We already have our post design done today. Okay, so what's the next one we have? So the next one was supposed to be okay. These are just dimensions. So the dimensions are part of the first. We didn't copy this one. So this was supposed to be the second one, but this is going to be an assignment. So you see this file in your resource file. So copy it. Okay, so copy the screenshot and then this is an assignment for everybody. Okay, you can also screenshot it right now so you can have it. You need to go back to your resource file. So this is the assignment, and then dimensions are also part of the resource file, so you don't need to stress about it. So the next one I'm going to do right now is this particular second row section. Okay, so the files also, the resource files are also present in the document sent earlier before the class started. Okay, so let's get into this one also. So back to the beautiful world of Figma. Let's go. So this is what I'm doing right now. Okay. So the first of course, let's have our frame and then we start designing. So same thing, click on F on the keyboard. MacBook Pro 14. We have that. Okay. Then we can start designing. So where do you start from? Okay, so right now we have a bit of difference compared to the first one. So right now we have like 3 layers, so to say, when it comes to background. You have the blue background, you have the white background, you have this colored background. So you have to do that. So how do we do it first? So let's create the first one, the small one first. Right. So come to frame. Don't use rectangle to make it so you can put this inside it. So use frame. Click on frame, and then you draw that out. Okay. So around here. So about 60 should be okay. 60. Then for the fill, let us give it in blue for now. Then we go back to pick the color. We don't start looking for our color. Right, so we already have that. So now let's click on eyedropper. Remember to click eyedropper, then you can pick the color right here. Very simple. Okay, so right now we have the same blue they're using. So what next do we have? We have the white frame. Let's do that also. So let me use the same frame. So duplicating, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, drag that down. Increase the height. Let's say about 116 should be okay. Change that to white. And then the frame itself, let's give the background. So basically, then instead of us creating another frame like this, let's just use the background frame of this entire stuff and then change that. Right now it's on white. Let's change it to the color you use. So click on view, click on eyedropper, and click on the color. How we get that part? So instead of us creating another frame and then drawing it down, I just use the background so there's no that you want to create it. Okay, all that's clear. Yeah, so we have the blue, we have the white, and then we have the main background. Listen. Okay, so what do you start from? Let's start with I think this blue part is simple. I don't need to do that. I think just the text and then a couple of stuff here. So nothing crazy there. So let's import this logo from our source files to our own right now. Source files. Go to Maxion. Yes, Maxion website. Then the logo. Yes, the logo. Drag that in. Then you can just adjust it. Right, so we have the logo. Okay. Next thing, the navigation bars right now. Okay, let me zoom that in. We have home pages, course, shop, utility pages, blog. Right. Let's do the same thing. So for the text, they used what's it called now? Yeah, it is okay. They use Clarity City for the navigation bar. I'll use Enter for my own. They use Jakarta Sans for the big text here. I think I have this one. Okay, so you can see the same as source file in the file. Okay, so let me do that right now. So I'm using the previous font I used for the other one because I installed it but I've not activated it yet. So let me do that right now. So the text, let's start with navigation bar right now. We have home pages post. So just type home. Home. Okay. If you enter, change that should be regular. Then we have the page now. 1 second. Okay, pages then course. Pages. Next one we have okay, shop, utility pages, then blog. Just add one more because of time. Blog. Okay. So I'll just highlight. That's the one we're going to highlight. No lights with you. Just the shift and clicking them, shift on my keyboard and then clicking to them. Then remember how you aligning the spacing, more options, distribute horizontal spacing. Okay, so I think that's pretty much okay. So we have the navigation bar now. What next do we need? Okay, so now let's come to the main design now. So we have these images. So now we can do this manually by ourselves. Right, I'll show you how to do manually. Then I'll actually use the image. So the image is part of the resources, so you need to download them. Okay, so let me show you how you can just the image themselves. Okay, so first we have a circle. We have this this interesting shape. Then same thing here. Okay, so let me see if I can do that. Okay, I think I should have few images that I can use. Yeah. Okay, let me just do the image we have first, then show you how to do it by yourself instead of copying the same image, right? So for now, let's just use the image because of time. I'll still show you how to do it by yourself. Okay, so you have the image, then we have the text, video, picture, choose your post. Okay, text, and the size of the header text, 64. All right, the font is Jakarta Sans, size 64. Right. Build So the reason I have this smudged text is because of the line height. Okay. So if you have something like this, just come back. First of all, go back to the output. So just type output from line height here. Click on enter. Go back to the default. Okay. So let's change this from regular to bold. Okay. We are looking good. Now the color, let's pick the color from here. So the compute, right there is on black. Then I can zoom in. Then using eyedropper, I can pick that color. Right. So I have the color right. Very simple. Okay. So also they have this gradation art on top of their text. So already have this photo, so you can bring it in also. So come to your resource file, click on the image, drop it. Simple. Just align it to your text. Just adjust it. Very simple. Okay. I think I'm pretty much done. But for the small text, I just copy the same text I use and copy. Then I'm going to make that text. Control C, then Control V. Right. I think this is a bit too much. That's what they have. Let's hit Control Enter. Adjust. Right. I think I'm pretty much very close. Okay, I think the online spacing is bigger compared to the other one. Let's look at that. Right now, the line spacing is 26, so I can increase that. Okay. I think I'm pretty much almost done. At least we are there. Okay, this button, we have the call to action button. Okay. So first off, to create a photo, we already know that pick a frame, select frame, I mean select frame, then drag out the frame as what it will look like. Alright. Give it a background. Let's add the green. We put the color eventually, but let's add this green to it. Click on eyedropper. Let's pick the color they used. Right. I think that's much okay. Okay, looking good. Let's round up the corners. Corner radius now. What's that? Half of 55, whatever it's so. Okay, good. Let's type the text for the CTA button. Text, type inside the frame, get started. Control Enter, align, using the align buttons at the top. Align, okay. Maybe this semi-bold. Align again. Yeah, I put it up. Yes. Okay, very simple. It's too simple. Let me reduce the characters, so the letter spacing and then the line spacing. So okay. And this also. Right. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. Any question?
The two shapes by the sides, you haven't put them yet. The
Yeah,
purple
thank
one
you.
and
Thank you. What does want to do to that guy? Thank you. Right. So I was going to explain two things. So I think the code is about to end. So let me end the code. I will explain how to do this by yourself. Then I will add the sheet. So I will share the second link right now. So I will explain how to do this by yourself, and then adding the shapes, and then you can be done with the entire thing. So let's close the code right now. All right, welcome back. So let's continue. So I said I was going to explain two things. So first of all, how to create these images by yourself, and then Then we just add this funny this by the side. So I think that's pretty much what we have left for this particular design. Okay. So let's start with this small one, which is much easier to create than the other ones. Okay. So let's do that. So we come here, zoom into wherever you want to put that. Let's use frame, much easier. That would be. Can use rectangle too, but I think let's just use frame. Let's use rectangle. Okay, let's use rectangle this time. To draw your rectangle, make sure it's like a square, holding shift on the keyboard. Right? Then the next thing you want to do is the corner radius. Now, usually when you want to do corner radius, you usually do the entire corner radius. This time around, you just need just this part to be colored. Now do you do that? You can do that manually. So holding what's it called now? Alt on my keyboard, I can drag this out. So let's come here. Should we have to go beyond this? Yeah.
Sorry, it's me, or I can't see your screen.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. I thought I was sharing already. I'm very sorry. I assumed I was sharing already. Hope you can see now.
Yes, thank you.
Let me do that again. Right, so you can use a frame or a rectangle. This time around I want to use a rectangle. So I'm using a rectangle right now. Okay. Select the rectangle at the top and then you drag. So make sure when you're drawing, I mean you're drawing a perfect square. So you hold shift to draw a perfect square. Something like this. If I'm not holding shift on my keyboard, it looks like this. If I hold shift, it aligns to square by itself. Okay. So let's have the square. Think about 90 pixels should be okay. 90 by 90. 90 should be okay. Right? So we already have our square. Let's just give it a random color for now. Let's give it that color for now, just for now. Right? So now I was saying that for the corner radius, usually we just click on the corner radius and then put a particular value, let's say like 20, and then all the corners rounded. But we don't want that. We only want this part to be rounded. So how do you do that? Ctrl Z first, then click on this what's it called now? Independent corner. You want to align the you want to adjust. I mean, you want to adjust the corners independently. So our focus is actually the first one. Only the first one is okay for us. The top left corner. That's what we need to adjust. So let's bump that up to like until we see a perfect number, perfect value that's okay for us. Let's say like 70. It's okay, but I want it more rounded to get to somewhere around it. So let's move this out to like this is the 90. Yeah, I think 90 is okay. So that basically has to be it. Reason. Just try the values and see which one works. So for their own, okay, for their own they did the right hand corner. It's the same thing actually. I can either just rotate this or just go back. So let me change this to 0, and then the next one should be my top right corner. So you can see simple actually. Same number I used there, just press 90, press enter. Very simple. Okay? Very simple. Let's choose the color they use. So using eyedropper or fill. So eyedropper and click on the color. Very simple. Okay. I think I want is a bit bigger than the other one. So from 90, let's change that one to like let's say 70. Okay, I think 70 works. Yeah, 70 works. Right. It's very simple. So now we have another one at the top here, like in yellow. So let's just duplicate this one. So Control C and then Control V, Control C, Control V. We have our one, right? So we can now drag this one to the top around here. So which parts are they? Okay, the one is the that's the bottom left corner. Yeah. So let's do the same thing. So right now the bottom left corner should be the last number. So let's change number 2 to 0, then number 4, that's the fourth value now. Change it to 90. Then press enter. Very simple. Right, let's choose the same color. Fill, eyedropper, from here, pick the color, and then you can close this. Put it down. So then we are done. Very simple. Okay. All this part is clear. So the only thing that's left is how to do this particular guys. So let's try that right. Okay. So first of all, let's have a frame. So create a frame first. F for your keyboard. Then drag out. So I have about 272 by 272. So that's okay. I want to do it outside actually. So let me give it a few. White is okay. No? So let's start with the circle first. Okay, we have 272. 272 divided by 2. Yeah, divided by 2 will be 136. So we have this perfect sum. Okay, so now how do you bring in the image? Of course. So basically, what they did was that they
Sorry, is it division or multiplication you did?
No, I divided. So the frame I did, the frame I drew out was it has the height of 272 by 272, so the perfect square we get. So I divided that number, so I copied the number, right? And I came to the corner radius, paste it there, then forward slash, let's divide in Figma. So forward slash divided by 2. It's divided by itself. Figma will do it automatically. Then press enter.
Okay, thank you.
Is that?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. So that's how we have the perfect circle. Okay. So now, so the way they did their own image, of course, everybody, I'm sure at this point everybody knows how to put an image inside a shape. But the difference in this particular one is that they have what's it called? They have a background and then they put an image inside a frame. So there are two things. So instead of us having the regular one we did usually do is that we have just come to this place and then click on choose image and then click any image. Okay, right? But for this particular, let's start something else. Right? Do something like this. Without loading. Okay, now, so the issue now is that you can see that they have their own particular brand colors. So how do we do that? So of course, the image you're going to be using has to have no background. That's number one. Then you have to choose a color. So basically, you can't use this particular approach unless you have the image that has this particular background. Then you use it. For this one, you can't do this. So first of all, you have to have an image that has a transparent background, and then you now put your own view. I'm talking too much. Let me just show you what I'm saying. So first off, you have to select your image first. Let me choose the image I'll be using. So once you have your image downloaded, you have to remove the background. Okay, trying to select images that work for us. So you can download any images on, like, every your own picture for yourself, right? Trying to get images that can be easy, and then I'll show you the process of how to remove the background quite easily also. So I said this is the website supposed to remove a background. So the website is remove.bg, okay? And I also mentioned that there's a plugin for you to actually do this inside Figma, but because of the limited time we have, just use this particular website. This is just one of the options for you to move the background. Okay, yeah, very simple. You can see. So just open the website, mover.ai, and then you can drag the image. So once you're done, just download it. Okay, and then you have your image downloaded. So wherever you want to go. So just find where you download it, right? I downloaded now because side. You close your browser and you bring it in. So now, so once you have your background removed already, so what do you do first? So the first thing you have to do, you don't need an image in this particular frame. You need the background. Okay. So select the background, select the color. Let's use this blue that they have here. So eyedropper, select the color. Okay, let me duplicate this so I can do the same for this image. Let's have the circle first. So example, so we have this particular color. Let's use this color to know what's happening. New eyedropper, select color. Okay. Now let's bring in the image. Okay, that's too big. So just want to scale it down right now. So the holding shift, I can just drag this Something around there. Shift. Right. I can just move it around the side. Right. Racing. Nothing. That's how they did it. Okay. So they move the background, then select your color, and then you can drag it. So right now you see the image is inside this particular frame. Okay. Now let's call this picture frame 1. Right. And for this one, let's call it picture frame 2. Picture frame 2. Enter. So let's do the same thing. Right. But this one is different. Let's change the radius to corner radius now. The corner radius to 0. Now you can see that this particular one just the top left corner and the bottom right corner are rounded. The other ones are not rounded. Okay, so let's do the same thing we have. So the first okay, selecting independent corners now. The top left corner, let's change that to about, let's say 60 should be okay. Let's just test it, but this is not enough yet. So 120. We're just testing it. Okay. I think 120 is okay. So now to the bottom left corner now, that should be here. Sorry, bottom right. I mean not bottom left, bottom right. So the same value you use for the other one. 120, 120. Click on enter. Now see. Same thing, very simple. So the same, just dragging your image again and then complete it. Just duplicate this particular image, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then drag it into this one. Right? Very simple. So that's the way they did that. And then they combine it together to make it. Hope that's clear.
Yes, boss.
Okay, good. So I think the reason that's for us on our list of to do for today is using mock-up for presentation. Okay. So now for mock-ups, of course, there are diverse options. I'm using the most easiest for you guys to understand. So we're using an online website as well for this one. So here's that image. Right. So we do something like
so please, this class
Yep.
is being recorded.
Is that?
It's recorded.
I didn't get that.
He's
Yeah, so
asking
this
if
class
the
record.
class.
I can't hear you.
I'm asking if the class is being recorded.
Okay, I want to ask you back. Are you new in these classes?
No.
Okay, so have
You know,
because
because of created like you know, we changed what they call it, created new link the first one. You might have forgotten. You know, at first you forgot
Thank you.
share screen.
I didn't forget. Thank you. Right. So I'm going to be creating something like this. Okay. Right. So so of course the usual stuff is probably you have to use Adobe Suite, Adobe Creative Cloud, Photoshop, and all that. But I want to use something very simple for you guys. I'm using a website that can do this online. Don't need to install anything. Okay. So we're going to do something like this. So for example, you want to present your designs to your client. So this website link, okay, smartphone.com, and then these are other professional options that give you much more control to using more control. For the basic one, use this website. So these are other options. You have Photoshop, you have Photopea, you have Adobe Dimensions, you have Adobe After Effects. For After Effects, that one you can create videos, 3D, that kind of thing. Much more advanced aspect of using more comps. But the most basic one, I think everybody can understand right now, is this first one. So I will use this particular website. Right? So I will use this particular link, and then you can copy the same link, and then you see several options of examples of mockups you can use. Okay, so just copy the link, right? And the beautiful thing about this particular website is that you don't need to create an account actually. Just open the link and then drop and then download. Very simple. Okay, I'm trying to do it right now. So let's bring in our browser again. Okay. So copy the link, and then we'll have this. Right. So you can see there are different several options. So for us, we want a laptop. Let's click on search and then type in laptop. Laptop purposes. So you see there's several options. So there are pro versions, but there are many free versions you can use. So this one I use is the free mockup. Select on that. It's open by itself. Let me make this full screen. Okay, so you see images. So you can upload from your laptop, your computer. You can even do it on your phone. You can actually do it, but that's the own test. But this feature is very amazing. You can upload from your directly from it. So upload from your device, and then you can upload from a particular URL. Okay, but for this particular tutorial, we use just from our devices. So we upload from our laptop. Okay, so let me use one of the programs I have on my laptop right now. Okay, downloaded already. Let me show you. So this is my. I just downloaded the same thread. I use any RAM. Let's try another one. Let's try another one. Go back. Select another option. Okay. Okay, let's use this one. Let's try this one. Upload image. Simple as that. It will take a while. Yeah, we do. Download, and then I'm good to go. So that's a very simple way for us to use multi-task presentation, and I believe at this point covered most everything. Yeah, covered everything that we most of. And that's very impressive because I was hoping it would take longer time, right? So at this point, let's take questions. If you have any question at this point, let's attend to your questions before we round up this particular class. This image. Okay, someone, Vicky, yeah, your question.
Okay, so the resources you sent to us, I was trying to get it to my Figma, but I didn't know how to.
Okay, which parts of the resources?
You dropped a link on the group for today's
You
class.
have to download it as a file, as a folder. Like it's a folder of everything I'm using. So you have the screenshots inside, you have the fonts inside, you have the dimensions, notepad inside, you have icons also inside. You understand? So you're not supposed to bring inside Figma. You're supposed to have it as a folder on your laptop or your whatever. So you get then whichever resource you need inside the folder, pick it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Thank you.
Then boss.
Yeah.
Yes, concerning what Vicky just asked, the other resources you dropped earlier, that's for the first one we did. What's it called? The one for Spotify.
For Spotify?
Yes, sir.
I dropped that one long ago now.
Yes, you dropped it long ago, but it looks blunt. When after downloading, it wasn't useful. I don't know.
I didn't get
the
that.
rest
It looks blunt.
Very, very small, very, very low.
Well, wait, is it the screenshot you're talking about? The screenshot of it?
No, not the screenshot. The search icon, the library icon, and those other icons.
Yeah, the SVG. You can also put them on your Figma, actually. When you open it on Figma, let me show you. Okay, let me open it deeper right now so you can start up seeing. So SVGs, they are vector files. So I think as I said that when it comes to UI, there's a whole lot we have not covered. There's a low lot.
So what I'm trying to say, sir? So sorry, before you go far, what I'm trying to say is after downloading, it appears as JPEG, not as SVG.
As JPEG?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No. That was the entire folder, the folder itself. It's an SVG file, not a JPEG. That's what I mean. I mentioned it on the SVG, so you can actually edit it. So please download the SVG no for you.
Oh, I don't know why it looks like that. Because the ones I on my own, like I need to redraw and things like that.
No. Let me even put it right here. Let's start from Spotify. Yeah, Spotify. Okay, yeah. So this is the file. Let's see, I segmented everything. This is the font, these are the references, and these are the design elements. You see all of them are having this stuff. That means they're an SVG. Okay, so you're supposed to download them as SVG, not JPEG. Everything is as. So if I bring anyone right now, it will be small. But if I expand them, this is for status graph. I don't need them. I need something like 9 point. Right now, yeah, you can see it's very small. Right, it's small right now. But if I drag it out, it'll be big. That's the beauty of SVG. So and it's not be pixelated. If it's downloaded as a JPEG, it will be pixelated. It's very blurry. That's why I make sure it was on. You can see how big it is. That's why I make sure it was on SVG file. So make sure you download it as SVG file. Okay. So that's that about that. Any other question?
Yes, I remember, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Because I've been taking. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been taking observation about using of image alongside with shape elements.
Okay.
Like I want to ask that is it perfect? Is it more perfect when we are using frame, like when it concerns power clipping or let me say clip masking picture into an object? Is it more appropriate, more professional to use frame, or anyway we can use both frame and this rectangle or this box shape?
Okay, so thank you for mentioning that. So one of the things I was going to mention tonight, but because of the scope of the class and the time frame limit and all that, was the fact that I wanted to outline when it concerns layers, frames, section. We did talk section actually. The entire class section is another field entirely. Section, then grouping also. So layers, group, frame, section. So let's look at it this way. So for example, I want to have boxes in different sizes. I have a very small box, and I have a medium box, and I have a large box, and I have an extra large box. So the same way whenever you want to choose your shirt size, so people use small, so people use medium, so people use large, people use extra large, so people use extra large. Okay, so the same way. So of course, if I wanted to put a small shirt inside a large shirt, because it's smaller than it, I'll get that analogy, right? So when it comes to layers are in quotes smaller to groups and then to layer to frame. So frames and groups are almost the same thing, but the difference between frames and group is that when you group something, you can scale them, and it will actually scale that thing, right? Let me show you what I'm saying. So if I put this logo, let me duplicate it so I don't tap on it there. If I put this logo and this frame together, let's assume that both of them are layers, right? This is a layer, and then I group it. Right click and I press group, and then I want to scale it. You can see that it's scaling both the logo and the frame. Now, if I try that with frame, it's not working. Let me show you what I'm saying. Now, I put this as a frame, and I try to scale it out. It's not scale it. That's the difference between frame. So frame is usually takes more like an envelope. So if I have a layer and I put say very big envelope, it still be that same envelope. It still be that same letter. Check it. But if I put it in a group, I can scale it. That's the difference between grouping and frame. Then for sections for you to like, I want to put a group of frames or a group of layers, a group of groups into sections. Sections is bigger than all of them. That's like the analogy between all of them. I'll get explanation.
Like, but seriously, I'm not getting to know.
Okay, let me explain again. So as I was saying, there's layers. Let me see if I can write that down. Make it easy for me. So you have layers, you have groups, you have frames, you have section. This is size so you can see. Right. So we have layers, we have groups, we have frames, we have sections. Right. So the smallest of them, or a category now, when it comes to something that can categorize something, the smallest of them is layers. That's the most basic of all of them. So a layer can be a text, layer can be a shape, layer can be a frame. That's funny, but layer can be a frame, right? Layer can be what else can be? I think I've covered everything. That's mostly everything. A vector, yeah, it can be a vector also. Vector can be logos, can be an image also. But this is an image, right? That's a layer. So a layer is like the most basic aspect, most basic. Like when it's in science, atom is the smallest material, something like that. So that's what layer is. Layer is the smallest of all of them. Okay. Now then we now have number 2. Now we have groups. Okay. So for groups now, if you want to, for example, maybe you have multiple layers. For example, maybe for this particular, let me go to our design now. So we have this header text, we have this subtext. So I want to group so that I can drag them all after the other. So right now they're on different layers. You can see they're different layers. When you look at the layers from the left here, you see on their different layers. This is the layer for the header text. This is the layer for the subtext. So if I want to make each of them in a category that can carry them around, so I don't have to keep selecting them together to drag them all after the other. I can either group them or frame them. But why we usually use frame is because most of the times we already have our value set. So for example, for our header text now, you have a value set for it. I think it's about 64. Yeah, you have it on 64. And then for the subtext, you have it on 18. So if you put it on group and then you mistakenly go and scale it out, it will increase the size of both of them. We don't want that. But if you put on frame, whether you scale the frame or not, the only reason that we increase is the frame, not the content inside it. Hope you get the point. So any content inside the group, once you scale it up, you scale the content inside it. But when you use framing, frame is a grouping also, but when you use frame, it doesn't scale the content, it only scales only the frame itself. Now for section is similar to frame, but section is bigger than frame. So if you have multiple frames, like you have like 20 frames, you want to group them together, use section. Hope you get the point now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hope it's very clear now. You want to go over it again?
No, it's clear.
Okay, good. So actually, it's very confusing sometimes. Okay, I understand. Even for me, I have to watch multiple videos. Like what is, I don't know. In Photoshop, you already have layers and grouping. But in UI UX, you have like 4 different categories. You understand? So that's like the difference between them. Okay, so I think that's about it. Any other question? Right. Thank you and good night.